All right. Hyper tough. Let's blow some leaves, man. Hey, what's up? What's up to everybody out there on YouTube? On this lovely weekend, Saturday evening, I hope all of you and your families are doing well and being safe out there. And as always, welcome to Super Hubby Review. Thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to drop by my channel. It is much appreciated, and I thank you in advance for subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell, and also liking this content in its entirety. And also a special thanks to those of you who subscribe to this channel. I really do appreciate your positive feedback, and even those of you who've sent positive emails about the reviews I have done, or even recommendations of things you would like for me to review. Thank you so much for that. You are appreciated, and I really want you to feel that when you drop by this channel. And again, just like many of you, I am just your average consumer, and I love making honest review-based content. And, for those things that I purchase for myself or my family, and I make these videos in hopes that something helpful or informative would be said or mentioned that would make an impact in your life. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into it. Today, I am going to be reviewing this hyper tough hyper tough blower. This is battery. It has a rechargeable battery. It does not take gas, which is a good thing. Excuse me. Shout out to HyperTough for creating this effective blower, and shout out to Walmart. Yes, Wally World for having this available. The cost price, I believe, is $100, close to $100, give or take, depending upon where you purchase this from. So here's my review. Yes, and also make sure that you stick around for the full entirety of this video. I'm going to be showing you live footage of me actually using this, just so you can get somewhat of an idea of how effective this hyper tough blower is. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm just going to give you the basics, and then we'll get into some live footage. And then I'm going to give you my closing remarks of the review I give this blower. So basically, it's just going to come with a few components, very user-friendly and easy to use. It's going to come with the blower trigger here. All right. It's going to come with this right here. This is really, really nice. I love that black and that red color. Man, looks really smooth, really slick. And you also got your trigger here. I was very pleased with the handle here. You also get a nice grip on this blower. I love that. I know that's really a big deal to me. I pay attention to things like that. Being able to have a really good handle that really makes it easy to hold this, and you feel like your hand is really in a good position so that you would be able to hold this and get your yard needs taken care of. Also, I love this right here. You're able to adjust it into automatic. If you put it here in this little part here, you put this all the way down, it is going to blow out by itself. I love that. Because you're going to have those moments when you're blowing leaves that you're going to want to rest your fingers a little bit. So I love that feature. Again, this is the automatic feature. You press this down and it's going to be able to blow out by itself. And I love that. Did a really good job. HyperTough really did a good job here of using this, of really making this. And it's also going to come with you also got your blower tube, really easy. Show you the full length of it, really big. You're really going to be able to get the job done with this. And it's really easy to snap in place, not hard at all. Just put it in right here, and it'll lock in place for you. There you go, really easy. Just put it in here, and you are good to go. So make sure that it's all the way in there. And at that point, you're good to blow some leaves. So not too bad. Very, very user-friendly to use this blower. And it's also gonna come with your charger plug right here. I love that. You're also gonna have indicators right here. So as you're charging it, it's going to let you know if it's fully charged. I love that right there, those battery indicators. Very easy to use. I love the length of the charger, the charger cord. I love that if you have to reach certain plug outlets, you'll be able to get that. So I look at small things like that. A lot of length. There's nothing worse than to have a charger, a charger plug, and it's short, but HyperTough really did a good job of making sure this is long and extended to take care of your charger needs. And let's see what else we got here. And it's going to come with your 20 volt battery. Really good here. All right, got that right there. And I'm also going to talk to you about my thoughts on how well the battery was able to maintain itself as I was blowing leaves. And this is really easy. I love companies who make easy, user-friendly, yard work equipment, and HyperTough really did a good job. And you're able to see that as you're using it. So this is really easy. This little part here, just that little part there, make sure you just slide it down and you're good to go. If you want to take it off, it's going to be a little button right here. Press that button and it comes off. All right, let's do that again. Slide it down like this, and you are good to go. So not too bad. This is a pretty good little blower to have there by HyperTough. And it's also going to come with, let's see what else we got here. It's also going to come with this manual here. Make sure that there's some important information in this, so make sure that in your free moments, feel free to take a look at that. It's going to give you all of the in-depth information you need to know, safety guideline, any tips that can help make your yard work go by a whole lot more effective with this HyperTough leaf blower. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some live footage. And I'm going to show you how this HyperTough blower, how the performance was. Let's go into some live footage. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm going to show you live footage of the back of my residence on the patio here in the back. As you can see, there are several leaves everywhere. That has fallen down on our property. Yes, we do have quite a few trees here in this area. I mean, they're just all over the place there. As you can see, here several more leaves will be falling down, and I deal with this every fall, but not gonna complain too much. Things could always be worse. And again, yard work is like good therapy. I love doing it. So this is good footage. So I'm going to show you how this HyperTough blower is able to perform when there's when there's an onslaught or a large amount of debris from trees and leaves all over the place. So this is really good footage here, and we're going to see what this HyperTough leaf blower can do. So I'm really excited about this review, and I'm excited about using HyperTough. This is my first time using a HyperTough blower, and I definitely have enough leaves here to get the job. So again, you're seeing the before I'm going to show you before I use the blower, and I'm going to show you how good things are going to look after I am done. So there we go. Several leaves here. All right, I'm going to come back and we're going to get this blower up, and we're going to give you some good footage of me actually using it. Again, thank you for dropping by Super Hubby Review. I'll be right back. Okay, I am now finished using the Hyper Tough blower. So let's go ahead and take a look at the end results of how well this blower performed. Um, as you can see, I was able to get majority of all of the leaves and twigs off of my back, the back deck here. The leaf blower did pretty good. Stick around, and in my closing remarks, I'm going to give you more of an my in-depth thoughts of using this Hyper Tough blower. But let's take a look at how well it performed. So, the majority of the leaves and twigs are gone. A few of them did get stuck. Twigs and leaves got stuck in the deck fence. I'm okay with that. But, you know, for the most part, this blower did a pretty good job. And I'm going to compare it to my gas blower I have as well in my closing remarks. So I want you to see for yourself how everything looks here. It looks pretty good outside of the twigs that got stuck in the deck fence. Those are always annoying to blow out, but did a pretty good job. Not too bad. So, it's Saturday. Got a little bit of light work done on the deck with these twigs and leaves, and I will be using this blower quite a bit as it approaches winter. Did a pretty good job. So let's show you every component. Let's show you every area, every corner here, as far as how effective this Hyper Tough blower was able to get the leaves up. I did have some on my deck porch. Those are gone. They've been blowed away, and I'll get those up before the close of the month. So did pretty good. Not too bad. Let's show you a good view of how things look. And just like any blower, there's always going to be some small twigs and debris left over. But for the most part, this Hyper Tough blower did pretty good. Okay, I am back, and again, thank you for spending time with me today on Super Hubby Review. Here is my final thoughts or remarks on this Hyper Tough leaf blower. For the most part, I will say I was really pleased with this Hyper Tough blower, and I will say this Hyper Tough blower really did exceed my expectations. There were another couple of other brands I used that I was not too excited about the intensity of the blowing power. However, this Hyper Tough blower really did a really decent job on my patio. Many of you saw where I blowed off tons of leaves, and this Hyper Tough blower did a very effective job. I would say that I was very pleased with the power that this Hyper Tough blower had, particularly being a 20 V Max. As far as power, it still did a really good job. And I will be adding this Hyper Tough blower to my yard work arsenal with the other yard equipment I have for mowing the grass or blowing leaves. So I will say that I do wish that the Hyper Tough, that this blower had a little bit more power. I have noticed that my gas blower is a little bit more stronger. I'm getting a little bit more blowing intensity on my gas blower, which is my first option. However, this Hyper Tough, this battery operated cordless blower, I will say, is officially my second option. There was another company that makes blowers that I did have initially as a second option. However, after using Hyper Tough, I'm definitely very pleased with this. I'm interested to know if they have any other, maybe a 40V or higher blower that I will be looking up that as well. But it did a pretty good job. I just wish it had a little bit more intensity on the blower. However, I was extremely pleased with how it works, because you're gonna have those days to where I personally have had days to where I did not feel like going to the gas station getting gas. That is the good thing about using battery operated yard equipment. It's all you have to do is charge up the battery and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about getting any two cycle oil or getting any gas. It's just good to go. And I will say, because it doesn't take gas, it's battery operated, I can say that it is environmental friendly. I can definitely see myself going to all battery operated yard equipment. Really, I mean, battery operated mower, which I'm going to be probably reviewing in the near future. But gas is still my preference at the moment. However, this Hyper Tough blower is a good second alternative that I will use, and this definitely has creeped over into my arsenal of yard toys. I must say that the way that it performed on my back deck, I must say I will put some respect on Hyper Tough, and I mean, it's good to see them evolving into blowers. This was my first time seeing this at Walmart, and I said, you know what, I gotta pick this up and use it and give a review on this, so maybe I can help someone else out who was somewhat maybe in limbo, rather they should purchase this or not. I'm also gonna say that this Hyper Tough blower does get the job done, so not too bad for that price of $100. Pretty good, as you see. Very easy to use, extremely very easy to use, very user friendly, and there's nothing more satisfying than to purchase a blower and you feel like it's blowing away or obliterating all of the leaves. And I felt that as I was using this Hyper Tough. It's good to see Hyper Tough live up to what I expected. I love companies who live up to their brand, and Hyper Tough has really evolved over the years, and I love that. There's nothing better than making a purchase, and after you've used the item, it lives up to what the advertising is. So yeah, this is pretty good. It did a good job on my back deck, and I can't wait to use it on my driveway as well. I get several leaves as it approaches winter, and I will be using this quite a bit. Let's go ahead and take a look at, in my closing, let's go ahead and take a look at my closing remarks with this Hyper Tough blower. And let's look at a few selling points that somewhat persuaded me to give this a try. When I was looking at this at Walmart, just some things that stood out to me is variable speeds. That's a good selling point. 65 to 110 miles per hour. I love that. That was a huge selling point for those of you who blow leaves. You know that you must get a blower that is able to have enough blower intensity to blow the leaves and get the job done effectively. So another key point was variable speed cruise control. I love that because your fingers will get tired as you're out there in the yard, and this Hyper Tough blower really puts you in a good position to be able to kind of rest your fingers some with that variable speed cruise control. Soft gripped handle. That's a good selling point. That stands out. That stands out to me personally because that soft grip, it just does good. It does better on my hands and my fingers. And those are things, little subtleties that I really pay attention to. I love that black color and that red, very smooth, very slick. I look at the designs of certain equipment I purchased. Let's look at another key point that somewhat persuaded me to make this purchase. 2-year limited warranty. That's huge. 2-year limited warranty puts us in a position or to have the assurance that if anything happens, we have a 2-year limited warranty that takes care of us. I love that. So that gives us peace of mind there. And also, this is really good. Good selling points. Good advertising by Hyper Tough. Customers like myself, consumers like myself who read those type of things on the box. And sometimes I have been persuaded to purchase products just off of how things were advertised on the package or the box. So those are pretty much my thoughts with this Hyper Tough 20V blower. It did a pretty good job, and again, I will be adding this to my arsenal as well. So that's pretty much all I have to say right now. I'm very pleased, and I knew that if I did not like this, because of Walmart's user-friendly return policy, if you have the receipt and if it's not past the time limitations, I knew that if I didn't like this, I could bring it back and get a refund. So that makes it more of a low risk purchase if I still have the receipt and the return policy time has not expired. So for those of you who've seen this in various Walmarts and you wondered, is it good? Should I get it? Yes. I would say this Hyper Tough leaf blower is recommended. Go out and give this a try, as it is approaching winter and the leaves will be falling. For those of you who might have several leaves in your property, this is really good to have. I have a ton of trees and I'm going to be using this quite a bit. So not only is it important for me to share my thoughts, I'm also curious to know what are your thoughts. For those of you who purchased this, feel free to leave me a comment below. Let me know what did you like about this Hyper Tough blower, what didn't you like about it, and I will read your comments in my free moments. So I hope that I said something helpful or informative or said or mentioned that would make a positive impact in your purchases as you being a consumer, just like myself. Again, thank you so much for dropping by Super Hubby Review, and I will continue to put up honest review-based content in my free moments. And also thank you in advance if you have not yet for subscribing to my channel, liking this content, hitting the notification bell, and also watching this content in its entirety. And also a special thanks to those of you who subscribe to my channel. You are appreciated. It really does boost my confidence as I be consistent and learn how to evolve this channel. Thank you for your support. And lastly, with that being said, always remember, keep that faith no matter what. Love, live, laugh, and most importantly, let's keep each other safe out there. Until next time, Super Hubby Review, signing off. Bye.